New Outlook has a new feature for a quick and efficient way to communicate by recording an email message directly in Outlook instead of typing them out. In this video, I will cover which Outlook application has this capability, how and when to use this feature, and I also discover some watch-outs that I want to share with you and discuss the sharing functionality. Let's explore, experiment, and execute effectively. I want to start with the availability and when to record a video message in Outlook because I have to turn off my camera when I show you how to use the feature. At the time of this video, the feature is not available to Outlook.com or mobile users. And for work or school accounts, you can apply sharing settings for internal and external users. Here are a few ideas when to send a recording versus typing a message. 1. When the message is long or complex. If you need to explain something in detail, a video message with screen captures and visuals can make it so much clearer than a long email. 2. When you are short on time, speaking naturally on video can be faster than typing out a long paragraph, especially if you need to communicate urgency or instructions quickly. 3. For a more personable connection, seeing someone's face and hearing their voice can make communications more engaging, especially for leadership updates or when you want to congratulate someone or onboarding a new employee. Number 4, ensure the right tone. Emails can sometimes be misinterpreted. Recording a video message allows you to control your tone and delivery. The recipients can actually see the intended body language. And number 5, for accessibility reasons. If you have difficulties typing or have a disability that makes typing challenging, a video message can be more natural and inclusive way to communicate. And number 6, to visually demonstrate something. If you're giving a step-by-step instructions or troubleshooting, a screen recording can show exactly what to do instead of explaining it in the email that they may still have trouble understanding. This is great for technical and customer support. Now let me show you how to record a message in Outlook. I have navigated to Adele's web version account, and I'll tell you why in a second, but there's 2 ways to record a message. I can click on the message tab. Notice that the record is grayed out here because you have to make sure that your cursor is in the body of the email message before it appears. You also can click on the insert button and click on record, and let's go ahead and do that. It's important to know this disclaimer down here at the bottom here. And it says, by recording, you agree to comply with your organization's terms, that you have the necessary permissions from the people in your video, and that you will respect the copyright and privacy rights of others. This means if you have a person by your desk and you're recording before you can publish that email, you have that permission to include them in your video. To learn more, click on the icon button here. The next thing to notice is it says that any videos that you record will be uploaded to your OneDrive for Business. And this is the reason why I am on the web version right now. Let me tell you why. When I'm on the desktop, I have multiple accounts that I manage. Teresa is the primary account. Adele, Nestor, and Alex is under the same tenant. So what happened was that I actually started recording under Adele. When it was time for me to save my recording, it wanted to save to Teresa. And that is incorrect because that's the whole wrong OneDrive. And it actually timed out. I end up having to finally take a copy from when I downloaded to my local drive and copied it over to Adele. So all of that's wrong. Just be aware that really you should record for the primary account or go to the web version. So what do you have here? You want to turn on your camera. Choose your camera. Hello. You have the option to choose the circle, the square, the star, or you can have a transparent background. And I'm going to go back to the circle. Choose your microphone. I'm going to come back to screen because you do have a script or a teleprompter available to you, and you need to input this information in first before you actually start your recording. So I'm going to come here and add some information. I'm going to just copy this a few times. Go back to the top. You can decrease your script font or you can increase it. You have the ability to make adjustments to the scrolling speed. And when you play it, there it will play. You can pause it anytime you like. Notice these six little dots here. You can move your teleprompter around. Now, one thing that you can't do is that teleprompter will overlay your screen as you see it on my screen right now. So keep that in mind. I find that a little distracting. I wish they would put the teleprompter to the side, but I like the teleprompter, but it's actually in the way. And I can close it. So when it comes to the screen, notice this icon here, because if I click on it now, hi everyone, I'm actually on the big screen and I will not be sharing a screen. So make sure you know, because I thought that was a little confusing at first. So when you click start a screen, that's when you get to choose what screen you want to share. And I'm just going to choose this one. I get my countdown. Okay, let me hit the pause button. Because notice, you only get 5 minutes to share your message. So keep that in mind. This is not to be a full-blown video production that it's only going to record 5 minutes of your message. Let me share with some of the components here. Let me turn this back on. I have the ability to draw on my screen. I can choose my thickness and draw on my screen. I can click on it once. I can delete it. I can flip it. I can make a duplicate of it if I like. You have the ability to choose more effects if I want to choose the text. And I keep wanting to click on the box. You don't have to, just start typing. It defaults to a white color. You can come here and change your colors. You have a few to choose from. You can drag the corner of the anchors to increase it if you like, keeping the eye on the time. I have stickers, which is our standard emojis. You have a bunch of them to choose from. I can also choose a filter where if I want to, this feels a lot like Teams, right? So I'm going to choose none. I'm going to add a frame here. Again, something from Teams. I can add a frame there, or I can remove it. More effects. I have a board, which is like a whiteboard. This is really neat. I'm going to just choose this one. You have this slider to control the size of the split screen. I can make this none, or I can make this full screen. So 0% is full screen, and then 100% is no split screen. So keep that in mind. I'm going to choose none again. And you can also upload or drop and drag an image into the screen as well. And I won't do that. That's just a drop and drag. Couple things. I'm going to just hit pause because I don't want to run out of time. Couple other things that I want to point out here. Notice up at the top that you can clear your effects that you added. This is the undo and redo. You can record again. Notice this icon because you also see that icon here as well. And so I think I'm good. I think that this is good. Now, the one thing that I was looking for is a save button, and there's no save. You actually want to click on the review button. So here we are. We're in the review. What are some of the things that you can do before you actually save this recording to your email? You can trim. When you trim, trimming is only the trim is only controlling trimming at the beginning. Notice how that it blurred out. That means this is what you're going to get rid of. Or you can trim from the back end as well. Notice that it's blur. I'm going to say, I'm going to confirm my trim. Okay. You can also split. A couple things that I noticed. Did you see that flickering? A couple things that I noticed. Let's say that I wanted to take this section here and I want to split. That's my starting point. And here is my ending point. Right there. I could not undo it. So if you split and you just decide, that's not exactly where I want to split this, clip, I did not find a way to undo it. The other thing is, do not hit escape. When I hit escape, my whole clip was gone and I could not get back to it and edit it. So keep that in mind. I'm going to click on this clip. You can rearrange. I want to move it to the right. You can't drag it. I was trying to click on it and drag it. You couldn't. You have to just click on left or right. And you can add music. You can play the music and listen to it before you decide that's the one that you want. You do. They are filtered so you can get to different choices. And you just click on the plus button to add. And I won't do that, but that's what you can do. And I'm going to hit close. Okay. Now, this is important. This download button. This download does not download this recording to your email. I thought that's what it was going to do. Instead, it actually downloaded to your local drive. And that might not be a bad idea having a backup until you get used to this process. But that's where it's going, because when you notice on the screen, it didn't tell me where it was going. So where is the save button? There's no save button. You're going to click on add to your email. And let's click on it. Do not close this window while we process your recording. Okay, so it is in my email now, and I'm getting this ready. It says it's uploading to OneDrive, to Adele's OneDrive, because we are in her account, so that's good. So how do you go about sharing it? I'm just going to go up here because I want this to go to Nestor, and I want this to go to Tisa. She's external. She's not within the organization. So you have to click on play to see your video. Before you share it, it makes more sense if you want to, look at the about and you want to put a description in here if you like. Look, it's telling you where it's been saved under recordings, under video clips, and I'll show you that, how to navigate there in OneDrive in a second. If you want to add any comments, just click on what are your thoughts. You can set up if you want to add a thumbnail to this versus what's the very first frame. You can set some transcripts and captions if you want to upload or generate. You can do that just by clicking on it. You can add chapters, and we have comments, analytics, and reactions available. Noise suppression, set the default for this file. Let's go ahead and choose that. And if you need to upload any additional audio files, and this is not including the music that we could have chose, but if you want to upload anything else. Now you can actually share your video with the right people. Now, one of the things that I was a little disappointed is that whoever's in the to line, I wish that it automatically added them to the video where I don't have to actually type their names in here again. So let's do that. So I've added my people and a quick little brief message. And now I want to send it. Okay, you invited 2 people. That's great. So that's just only sending the share information. Now we can actually send the email. I think that's pretty goofy that I have to do that twice. So I don't know, folks. I'm hoping Microsoft fixed that issue. It's sending. I am in Nestor's account, and there's that email. I thought that he would actually get the recording screen versus a link to the recording. If Nestor clicks on this link, I just couldn't click on it. Notice that I'm clicking on it and it's not opening. I had to actually right click and open link. That's different. And there it is. Let's go to Tisa. Click on the link, right click, open, and she was able to open this as well. Okay, so I'm in Adele's OneDrive, and there's a couple ways that you can get to the video. You can actually click on the filter and say filter on videos. This is the video that I just shared. I can tell you, folks, that it took a while before it got here, so it wasn't there immediately. Actually, I hit pause and wait for it to show up here. So that's one way to get to it. The other way is My Files, Recordings, and Video Clips. This is the one that I'm looking for. Notice that it says that it's been shared with Nestor, but why Tisa's name is not showing up here. And so when I clicked on the share button, 2 people, and it says Adele and Nestor. When I clicked on links, that's where I see Tisa's name, which is external. Folks, this is a little messy. It's a little messy, and I'm glad that I'm sharing this with you because you're going to be thinking, wow, did Tisa actually get the video? Does she have access to it? And yes, she does. But again, she's located here. So here's the conclusion. If you want to record and send a message to folks internally, go ahead and do that so, because I feel comfortable with knowing who it is shared with. If you're going to share something externally, just take those extra steps and take a look. I think it's still messy. Here is an opportunity for me to say, stay connected, because in the next 30 days or so, I will check this process out again to see if it's a little bit smoother, because yes, I am going to give Microsoft some feedback. That was a bit much. I know a lot of people are actually pushing videos out, just saying press record and and go for it. But I hope that you appreciate the fact that I showed you some of the limitations and the watch outs. Now, go work your magic.